because you just don't know how many of these green-white checker overdrive attempts we could have. We could have up to 3.
Well, I like the fuel because, as Larry pointed out, it gets the back of the car down a little bit, give you a little bit more speed. And I don't care where I am on this restart. I'd rather be coming up through the field, getting the big suck off the draft, than I had to be sitting up front, stalled out.
I'd say this is not our last restart either. I think that's a safe statement.
No, we agree.
Ganassi teammates up front with Murray, Montoya. Teammates Reagan and Biffle, row 2. Harvick and Allmendinger. Edwards and Rudiman. Bliss and Hamlin. Sadler and Vickers. Green flag with 9 to go.
And I want you to look at the front of the field. These are people that we have not really talked about very much all day long. Been laying back. Strategy might just pay off.
Now, what was interesting, McMurray in the 1 with Biffle in the 16 behind him, took it up high through 1 and 2, trying to get the momentum. Remember, with this carburetor restrictor plate, it takes about a lap to get that engine wound up.
McMurray might have been hoping to come up in front of his teammate Montoya, because there are no teammates working together at the front of this pack right now. Plenty of time to sort that out, however.
Yeah, well, right now you're singing that song. I'm a-wishing and I'm a-hoping. I'm a-planning and I'm a-praying.
That caution was a huge break for a lot of guys that had lost the draft.
Who brushed the wall there? Looked like Biffle might have brushed it a little bit. McMurray leads from Biffle, Montoya and Reagan. And Mr. Where did he come from in 5th place? Kevin Harvick. Don't count him out.
If you're in the front of this field, you want to stay just like this. If you're about 10th or 12th on back, you want to get down there and start digging up that inside with somebody.
And here they come. On the bottom, that's Stewart leading the inside row. Tony Stewart with Dale Jr. Familiar drafting partners from every time we go to Daytona. The 14 and the 88 just seem to find each other and hook up.
And what's interesting about that 88 car tucked up behind that 14, Dick Bergman was telling me under that caution, Dale Earnhardt Jr. asked his crew chief, Lance McGrew, how hot can I get this engine? How long can I stay tucked up behind the car?
I think the thing that you got to be able to do, though, is you got to be able to sit here and wait just a little bit longer if you're in that outside line. Whoa! Yep. Biffle tried to force his way into the outside around them. McMurray in the 1, but didn't quite make it.
Look at there, Dale Jr. in the 88 pushing Tony Stewart to 14 to the lead.
That outside line is going to prevail. I'm telling you, there's so many of them out there, and you're down on that bottom by yourself.
But can they run that tightly packed together for 6.5 more laps, or is something going to have to give?
Boy, Jeff Gibbs in the 24 just got forced all the way down on the apron. He's going to really slide back.
Car right there just got knocked out of line, lost his momentum.
And it's Stewart and Jr. versus McMurray, Biffle, Montoya. Trouble down the straightaway in the trioval. It's Jeff Burton, Jeff Gordon, and Scott Speed.
Something was going on with that group back there. There was a couple of them falling backwards when they went through 3 and 4.
Caution's out with 6 laps to go. And there is perhaps the best car here coming into this race. Jeff Burton will not win. Mike, something happened with Jeff Gordon.
Let's watch on.
Oh boy.
Left front.
He's got a lot of damage. But let's take a look at, here we are going down the back. Here, right in here. Here's Jeff Burton going right there. He and Jeff Gordon. And you see Gordon gets down on the apron. Jimmy Johnson crowded 24 Jeff Gordon down on the apron. That backed everybody up.
And you see the 48 car really backing up.
Yeah, they both lost their momentum.
They just lost their momentum.
And then, look, Mike Bliss in the 09 car tried to make it 4 wide on the exit of turn 4 into the tri-oval, and there just was nowhere for these guys to go.
Once you lose your momentum, it just backs everything up until somebody runs over somebody.
And Bliss had to be afraid to lift, because in this situation, lifters are losers. You want to try to maintain that momentum, but Burton just shut him off.
Yeah, he did.
Not intending to.
No, Burton kind of got shoved up there, if you will, and Mike Bliss in the 09 had nowhere to go.
And then the 24 car had nowhere to go as Jeff Burton in the 31 was coming across.
Good look. Here's a good shot of the whole thing.
Casey Kane, the 9 was involved. Scott Speed, the 82.
Bam.
Nowhere for Gordon to go.
Jeff Burton, Jeff Gordon, Scott Speed become the victims as this white knuckle restrictor plate racing claims 3 more cars. Looking back from Jimmy Johnson. caution. Jeff Gordon's crew chief, Steve Letarte.
That's such a killer.
What a season it's been. They could have, maybe should have been in victory lane 2 or 3 times this year.
At least 3 times.
Yep.
Well, I had the best car at Texas. Led 124 laps, late race crash.
Martinsville led the last restart.
Vegas, he just got passed by his teammate late.
Little damage on Jimmy's car to the left rear. And you see the lettering rubbed off that left rear tire.
Yeah, they're going to have to come to
I'm
pit
pretty
road.
sure they will, Larry, because they learned from last week's minor contact on the left front fender, cut a tire down. I know we don't have many laps to go. That might be a factor.
But, Mike, you mentioned it. What a shame as we look at that 31 car of Jeff Burton. You know, we knew from Friday's practice he had one of the cars to beat.